Okay, in this video, I will demonstrate cardiopulmonary resuscitation (CPR) to an unconscious victim. First step, we have to make sure there is no any danger around the casualty. Second, check the response of the casualty. Hey sir, are you okay? Sir, if the casualty doesn't give any response, that means the casualty is unconscious. Next, see that if any person pass by, insist them to call 999 immediately. Approach the casualty face, listen for normal breathing. The casualty is not breathing. After that, check the pulse for the casualty for 10 seconds. If the casualty does not have any pulse, go to CPR immediately. With your fingers interlock on the chest and then push for 30 compression in 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, open the casualty airway by performing head to chin lift and then give ventilation for 2 times.
When performing CPR compression, push hard and push fast for 30 compression in 2 inches depth on the chest.
The cycle of 30 compression and 2 times ventilation must be repeated for 5 cycles. Each cycle is approximately 2 minutes.
Check the pulse again. If no pulse, continue the 30 compression with 2 times mouth-to-mouth ventilation cycle until complete 5 cycles. A good chest compression will be at 100 compression per minute with at least 2 inches depth compression. Make sure the chest go back to original value by ventilation before continue each compression cycle. When the casualty starts coughing, moving, and breathing on their own, put them into resting position.
Okay, I would like to continue with the second part. The CPR ratio refers to the compression-ventilation ratio. Normally, for an adult casualty, the CPR ratio is 30:2. 30 in which each cycle 30 compression followed by 2 mouth-to-mouth ventilation. This cycle should be done in 2 minutes for each cycle and repeated for 5 cycles. Question number 2. Chest compression rate is at about 100 to 120 compression per minute to a depth of at least 2 inches downwards to the chest of an average adult. Question number 3. 3 conditions when you need to stop doing CPR. The first one is when the casualty start coughing, moving, and breathing on their own. The second is when the medical help has arrived, for example, the ambulance arrived to take over the medication. The third reason is when the first aider which performing CPR is physically exhausted and need a rest. So the other first aider can overtake to help continue the CPR.